Welcome to today's stock market news update. Let's dive into the latest news, starting with some insights on overall market valuations. Investing.com reports, Bank of America strategists said that the S&P 500 index has been expensive compared to history for some time. Out of 20 different ways to measure value, 19 show the index is priced higher than its historical averages. Shifting to news in the tech world. An Axios article reports on a recent study from MIT showing that 95% of organizations they looked at get no return on their AI investments. The researchers examined 300 public AI projects to understand the real effects on businesses. Even with companies spending $30 billion to $40 billion on generative AI, 95% saw no gains, and even those using AI now are not seeing big changes across their operations. This could spark discussions among tech investors about where AI money is going and how it affects stock values. On a related note in tech advancements, there's progress in self-driving vehicles overseas. PR Newswire reported that Baidu's Apollo Go has received Dubai's first set of permits for testing self-driving cars. Since August, their fleet of 50 vehicles has been running trials on open roads in certain parts of urban Dubai. Baidu's Apollo Go and Dubai's Roads and Transport Authority aim to grow the fleet to over 1,000 fully driverless cars in the next 3 years. Developments like this in the Middle East could draw attention from global investors in autonomous tech and impact-related markets. Now let's turn to the United States housing sector, where some key trends are emerging. A Redfin article noted that the number of homeowner households in the United States dropped 0.1% from last year to about 86.2 million in the second quarter. This small decrease is the first drop since 2016. At the same time, renter households in the United States grew 2.6% to around 46.4 million, one of the biggest jumps in recent times. Changes in home ownership like this could signal shifts in the economy and affect real estate-related stocks. Staying with United States housing data, the balance between sellers and buyers is tilting in a notable way. Redfin also reported that there were 35.2% more home sellers than buyers in the United States in August, which is roughly 506,000 more sellers than buyers. June 2025 is the only month that saw a bigger gap of 36.3% more sellers since records began in 2013. Moving to regulatory updates that could affect trading. A CNBC article explained that regulators are working to remove a rule set in 2001 during the dot-com bubble and crash. The rule requires traders to keep at least $25,000 in a margin account to make 4 or more day trades within the span of 5 business days. The Financial Industry Regulatory Authority approved changes on Tuesday to replace this old limit, but the update still needs approval from the Securities and Exchange Commission. If approved, this shift could bring more people into active trading and potentially stir up market activity. Finally, on the international front, there's talk among major economies about handling key resources. Reuters sources say the G7 members and the European Union are thinking about setting minimum prices for rare earths to boost production and counter China's strong position. They might also add taxes on some Chinese exports to encourage more investment, according to 4 people familiar with the talks. Rare earths are hard-to-mine metals essential for making things like cell phones, cars, and advanced weapons. Actions like this could reshape global supply chains and affect stocks in mining and tech sectors. That's all for today's video. Stay tuned for more updates and don't forget to subscribe.